Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have slightly changed the topic to look at the world water crisis as a whole and our particular areas in general, without having to be very specific in each country of the region. So, start with the United Nations declared that access to clean water and sanitation is a fundamental right, human rights. This was declared on the 28th of July 2010. The resolution adopted by UN expressed deep concern that 1.2 billion lack clean drinking water. 2.6 billion lack adequate sanitation facilities. 3.5 million deaths every year due to contaminated water, mostly children. 340 million faced water stress or scarcity on 26 countries of the world. Now, the world water crisis in 2025, as a result of World Water Council vision studies that done number of years ago, that we will be facing 2.3 billion lacking clean drinking water, 3.8 billion lacking adequate sanitation facilities, 7.8 million deaths every year due to the contaminated water. 800 million face water stress or scarcity, 35 countries. The World Water Overview, which shows that there is plenty of water, but either it is sea, salty water, or in a glass form, or unobtainable to the general human use or various uses in nature. So the study that we have conducted at the World Water Council is in 1950. This is the status of the water. You see, North Africa and the Middle East and some part of India are stressed, but they have overcome the water problem. In 2025, which is the end of this study, shows that there is more stressed area in the Middle East, North Africa, and India, and around India. The main two factors explain the evolution. There is economically developing countries in the world, and it has surged up very quickly, and that is the demographic growth. Human activities, consumption of water. Average sub-Sahara Africans and consume the least water. UN recommended basic minimum and in average European usage of water, and then the average American. And you see the difference between the African countries and the American usage of water. This is human usage, liter per day. Now, where this water goes, mainly on food growth, and you will see the sharp on the left-hand side is the beef. Growing beef is one of the most water usage in the world. So people have to reduce the volume of beef requirement. And then you see the 1 glass of milk, how much it costs. It is 200 liters. 1 glass of orange juice is 170. Egg, 135. Now, this graph shows two parts. The usable water is decreasing due to population and use of non-renewable resources. And water demand, population per capita consumption is increasing. And all this happening from 1900 up to now. So number of years we have lived happily, no much use of water. Now the annual investment should more than double if we want a healthy water requirement to meet the demand of the human, nature, and agriculture and environment. And you see the amount of money invested up to a few years ago, it's 85 million, and what is required is 85 billion. What is required total amount is 200 million. There is water scarcity as part of the requirement and what we are meeting in demand. Lack of accessibility and the water quality is deterioration. Fragmentation of water management. There is no country in this world, especially our part of this world, the water management is distributed all over. There is no one body that governs and adhere to a policy. And the decline of financial resources, lack of awareness by the decision maker, and that is the biggest problem in this part of the world. We are facing a water stress, and our decision makers does not worry about what is going on. Now, the climate change is one of the major issues in our life. Climate change, fortunately, now with a new administration in the United States, where the last administration have withdrawn from the international meetings, and now they are back with full force, and they are having a meeting soon, international meeting for climate change, and that is one of the most positive issues. So the climate change, thanks God, is taken care of back again now. Now, the biggest issue, if we don't resolve all these above issues, we are entering into endangering world peace and security. The last example that we are facing in this area is among Egypt, Sudan, in one part of the end of the Nile River, and the other countries who are on the other, in the northern and the southern part of the river, where they are building a huge dam, and goodness knows what is going to happen. And they have not agreed on anything up to now. Now, these are few final thoughts. We are asking that we have to seriously look at the issue of water security. We cannot say it's the other country or the other side or the groundwater. Unfortunately, we have no real education on the water, unfortunately. We need to educate ourselves from top to bottom. We have to invest in the right platform with a big nation before it is too late. There are a lot of development in the power industry, which ultimately going to give us water through the power, and this investment is going to be huge. It's no good to sleep on it until this result of this investments going to appear in the world, and we will go and beg them because our oil will be useless. That is the future of the world. So that is, I am thanking you for your audience, and I hope every success to this conference. Thank you very much.